Hi and welcome to this Blueprint Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video, we're going to go through Aussie US dollar. People in the comments asking for a little bit of an update to what price is doing, so I thought I would jump on and give an update. So basically what we've got going on at the minute is this longer term downward trend. So if I actually just pop up to a weekly time frame first, we can see that price is in a very strong impulsive move. And what I mean by that is, if I grab a pen tool, I like to look at the market in retracements and impulsive phases. So this is what I'm talking about. You've got the longer legs, which are the impulsive phase, and this only works on trending markets. You know, this isn't what I talk about when we talk about ranges. We know ranges are between two sort of levels and price trades between those. But the impulsive leg is where we can look for extensions on lower time frames and trend trades opportunities. So let's say this line here represents the weekly chart. If I was just to grab a different color, just go with blue, and then within that weekly we'll see a trend form on a lower time frame. So for instance, the H4 chart or the 4-hour chart. Okay, so what we can anticipate that in this move down through here is that the 4-hour is creating higher highs and higher lows. You could even look at the daily chart if you didn't particularly like looking at the 4-hour time frame. So if I was just to prove that point, if I was to grab this trend line in here, let me just change the properties on it. Let's make it really visible. Okay, and if I was to go to a daily time frame, you can see that price is creating, so we created a high here, okay, price then created a new low, we then had a lower high, price traded for the low, we had a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So all we're trying to anticipate are these lower highs, because these are where you're going to get your maximum reward to risk trades. So for instance here, prices struggling to trade past and through the 0 spot 63 handle. Okay, we're really struggling to get past through that point. But first of all, if I just jump back to that weekly time frame, the support that I've marked out is 0 spot 6100. Now that's actually come from the monthly, because this is where price seems to have sort of closed back through here. So this was March 2020 and April 2020, so we kind of closed around that price and opened around that price, and we saw significant moves from there. So that's where I'm expecting price to maybe want to come and retest again. Doesn't mean it's going to get there, but it could potentially trade down to that point if we're going to follow this impulsive phase. Let's say, for instance, something changes fundamentally or whatever, and you know, price doesn't meet that area, instead we start pulling back. Well, all I would see that as is a retracement phase in the market. So I'd be looking at this example again, and I'd be looking at that retracement phase, which could cause an upward trend on a lower time frame. So what are we looking for then? Well, I'm looking for extensions down to 0 spot 6100. From a fundamental point of view, how can we kind of break this down as well? Well, the RBA are slowing down their tightening policies. Okay, so they are no longer hiking aggressively, which was the sort of 50 basis points. That has come down now. We're starting to see them hike by 25 basis points. Now, although the dollar's seen some recent weakness in the market, okay, we have to look at the dollar and say, well, what is that influenced by? That's influenced by the Federal Reserve and obviously inflation prices at the moment, because inflation is going wild. So the Fed are going to have to hike rates still, and they're going to have to hike rates more than what the RBA are doing. So that's more bullish dollar, less bullish Australian dollar. Okay, so that's why we're seeing this downward spiral for the Aussie US dollar price at the moment. So if that's going to continue, we can go to our lower time frame. So like I said, the daily can give you some information. I quite like looking at the 4-hour time frame, just to get a little bit more info in there, and you can actually see what price did last time before continuing to the downside. Is we went sideways for a period of time. We came into the 0 spot 64 handle. We went sideways. Price really failed to make any new significant higher highs, and we drove to the downside. Well, similarly, right now, we're getting the similar price action. Price is moving sideways. We're failing to trade through the 0 spot 6300 area. So are we going to see another break to the downside? So one thing I'd be looking for is, one, how is price reacting here? Because that could be an early indication that you could look for opportunities for sellers. Two, if price breaks out of this recent trendline support, could that also mean that sellers are pushing price down towards the 0 spot 61 handle? If price trades higher, okay, so I think if we trade through 6300, through 0 spot 6400, and even through 0 spot 6550, which are these highs, then I think we have to change our mindset, okay, of where price is going to go. But that's what I'm looking for here on Aussie US dollar. I hope that all made sense. If it did, leave this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content, and I'll catch you in the next video.